Hello everybody, welcome to this week's edition of Valpo Basketball Weekly along with head coach Matt Loddick. This is Todd Eichow, and as we approach the conference tournament, we see the Crusaders riding a victory, and Matt, an interesting week. Senior nights are kind of always like this. You never know what you're going to get.
Right.
And you were on one end of the spectrum at home and didn't really play your best game on your senior night. But then on Drake's senior night, maybe took advantage of the fact that they came out slow, and you had a really good road victory. Let's talk about last week.
You know, obviously with the Northern Iowa game, it was, we never got into rhythm. And, foul trouble, missed shots, just kind of the way that they defend. They packed it in and, just could never really get going. And then every time I felt like we were right there to make a run, Bennett Cook jumped up and hit a shot. And so we talked about it, talked about learning from it, talked about really staying the course. And honestly, I was a little bit worried because that one did feel like we got punched in the gut after that game, and I didn't know how our team would respond emotionally, and especially going into a senior-laden team at Drake, who plays with a lot of emotion, gets up a lot of quick shots, and but our guys responded. I mean, they defended consistently from the start to the finish. I thought we rebounded well. Obviously, Derek played really well, got a lot of easy baskets inside, and was overall just very pleased with the effort, and we beat a good team on the road.
The Derek Smith's game, I think, from Valpo's fan standpoint, it was exciting because we've seen glimpses from time to time. There it is, there it goes, there it is, there it goes. And this was a full 40 minutes of Derek playing up to his potential. What happened?
Well, I mean, was it 40 minutes? I think he played 22 minutes and had 22 points. And so, Derek was just aggressive. He got his knees bent and, demanded the ball in the post and scored. And then, on the defensive end, he got to the level of the ball screen. He rebounded well. He changed shots at the rim. And, things that he has not done consistently this season. He did really well in that game. And so, our thing to Derek, our message to him is build on it. Let's be a consistent player, a guy that we can, hey, if we can get 15 points a game out of you, let's get 15 points a game. Let's be good on ball screen covers. Let's get to rotations. And, all that being said, I thought, the two-headed monster of the center, I thought Jay came in and gave us fantastic minutes, scored some baskets, but, changed numerous shots on the defensive end.
Yeah, Jay continues to be outstanding defensively, and he's getting more playing time because of how good he's been defensively. Whatever happened with Derek, he just looked like a completely different player. And certainly as you look at the numbers over the last few weeks leading into this game, Jay started to play more minutes than Derek. And it was almost, I don't know if a wake-up call is the correct term, but he really did look like a different player. And hopefully that leads into the conference tournament, obviously.
Yeah, it's, as a coach, the one thing you really want is consistency, and because then it's just easier to coach. And so, that continues to be our message. Again, with youth, sometimes that just breeds inconsistency, but our message is just be a consistent person, be an everyday person.
You mentioned consistency. It's remarkable how consistent Marcus Golder has been over the last month. It has been a consistent, solid game of 13, 14, 15 points, 5, 6, 7 rebounds, defending well, just making big shots down the stretch. He has truly developed into a really good player right now.
Yeah, Marcus is, he's obviously a fantastic athlete, and he's been able to jump up and knock shots in. And I think, some of the plays that he makes, they're just energy plays. Whether it's, getting a big block or getting a big rebound or obviously, the poster dunks. These are things that, and he plays with a lot of emotion. And, sometimes our guys naturally have this just disposition of, I'm going to play really hard, but I'm not going to be necessarily that emotional. And Marcus plays very hard and has a lot of emotion. I think it gets us going.
Did you know when you recruited him he would be this good a shooter, though? He's been over 40% for much of the year shooting threes.
Yeah, no, his percentages at the junior college level were high and at the high school level as well. So, I guess sometimes the mechanics might not look the best, but the results have been there his entire career.
You look at the conference tournament, obviously Loyola's they're the best team in the league right now. I don't think anybody would dispute that. The other 9 teams are really even. And although you finished with just 6 wins in the league, we saw how consistent you were in staying in games, and then you closed the game on the road against Drake. I'm assuming the message is, hey, this is anyone's game right now.
Yeah, for us it's, You want to be playing your best basketball at the end of the year. I think we've consistently gotten better. The one thing, as we look at the overview of the year, we came into it with certain ideas for certain roles for certain players. And right after Christmas, we had to completely revamp our roster. Guys had to be thrust into different roles. And I think that process took time. So I don't think, although we stayed in games at the beginning of the conference season, I just didn't think that we were playing necessarily as well as we're playing right now. And so I think our roles are solidified. Guys are comfortable in their roles. They understand each other's strengths, each other's weaknesses. And when you have a clear understanding of that, and you have and you execute a game plan, not only can you stay in games, but you can win games. And I think we've shown that through this process, we're starting to win more games than we're losing.
The matchup with Missouri State is difficult, obviously, because of Alizé Johnson, and he has been a monster against you guys. And basically, I think at their place, single-handedly beat you.
Yep.
How do you slow him down? And talk about the matchup.
Well, Alizé is, he's a veteran player. He's on NBA draft boards, and he's at a position where we're very young, and so he should be able to be effective. For us, it's making his touches hard. It's trying to limit maybe the easy baskets that he gets just on offensive rebounds or in transition, and so we're going to try to game plan for that. The one thing that we need to do is not turn the ball over, not let them get out in transition. We need to defend them well, limit them to one shot, and really bounce up and knock some shots in. If we can do that, I like our chances.
All right, good luck this week, man.
Thank you.
For head coach Matt Loddick, this is Todd Eichow. Thanks for joining us this week on Valpo Basketball Weekly.